Okay, so in case you didn't read the title, I'm going to be talking about Jamal Adams today. In case you didn't watch the video yesterday um, or hear the news, Jamal Adams, who is a superstar safety for the Jets, has demanded to seek a trade to leave the Jets. I don't blame him. I think Jamal Adams, in my eyes, is the best safety in the league. Um, he Adam Schefter, Field Yates, I even think Jamal Adams said he's welcoming a trade to 7 teams. Those teams are the Texans, Niners, Chiefs, Ravens, Seahawks, Cowboys, and Eagles. Now, this is an Eagle Rant video, so put two and two together. I'm going to be talking about Jamal Adams and the Eagles, see what could possibly happen. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think he's coming to Philly. I believe Howie could get it done, but the reason why I do not think he would be coming to Philly is because, one, I believe, in my eyes, lineman is a main concern right now due to the fact that we just lost our best offensive lineman in Brandon Brooks. And we simply do not have money right now. I mean, this year we do. We have $24 million this year, but you look at next season, we are projected to be over the cap by $50 million. Yikes. Now, I believe players, I hope, could restructure their deals to make some cap room to trade for him, because it'd be a great comeback. It'd be a great payback to get Jamal Adams since the Cowboys took CeeDee Lamb. So I don't think it's happening, but I do want. It doesn't mean I don't want him. I want the guy. We lost Jenkins, who is our best safety since B-Dawk. If we get Adams, he is definitely an upgrade from Jenkins. What else? Another reason, we drafted a safety. We already have plenty of safeties. We have Jalen Mills, Ronnie McLeod, Will Parks, and we drafted Kayvon Wallace. So that's another thing. Another reason I think we're going to have to give up a lot to get him. I'm talking first round pick, maybe a second round pick, and definitely a start player. And I saw a mock draft where the Jets would give Jamal Adams and a fourth round pick to the Eagles in exchange for a second or first round pick and either Ertz or Goddard. Now, if they ask for Ertz, not gonna lie, I would probably say yes. Hear me out. Ertz, top 3 tight end for me. He's a number 3 behind Kittle and Kelsey. Kittle had a lacerated kidney just past season, which is something you shouldn't mess with. He's going to be turning 30 in November, so he's going to be turning 30 during the season, if we have a season. Not only that, he's asking for George Kittle money. Now look, George Kittle, to me, best tight end in the league. Great at blocking, great at yards after catch, just a great tight end in general. And Ertz is asking for that money. Now look, like I said, Ertz, he's not gonna get any younger. He just messed up his kidney, and I don't think he's worth Kittle money, but he deserves some money. But with his potential asking price that we can't afford, even though I don't know if we could afford Adams, but it could. I don't know. I would give up Ertz to help improve our defense, because I think if Goddard starts, um, I think he'd be better than Ertz. Because look, one, Goddard is younger. He's faster. He gets you yards after the catch, and he's more physical. Um, sure, Ertz has reliable hands. If you, he'll definitely catch a pass for like, get him on the line. You throw it to, he'll be your guy. But also, Goddard is better than Ertz at everything else but catching the ball. And I'd guess route running. But the reason why I'm hesitant about like trading Ertz is because we have the best tight end in the league. But when it comes down to Jamal Adams, give him to me. Give it to me. But because look, Adams is younger. He's a, I want to say team leader, but if he's demanding a trade, I don't know if that technically is a team leader. But he'd help up our defense a lot. Plays almost like Jenkins. He can play safety, corner, linebacker, which is stuff Jenkins has done in his 6 years with Philly. So, if it comes down to that trade, where I'd have to give up Ertz in a second to get Jamal Adams, I'll accept it. I don't know who are the tight ends in the draft this year, but the reason, like, look, I want to help the defense out because I think Adams is the missing piece to our defense. Sure, maybe a linebacker too, but Howie never values them. So, what was I going to get at? I'd accept the trade. Ertz is going to turn 30. He had a injury you shouldn't be really playing on, and he's asking for too much. Whereas Adams is understandable why he's asking for a lot because, like I said, to me he's the best safety in the league, and he's versatile. So this doesn't mean I think we're getting him. This is why I want him. This is why I think we should get him, even though it's not going to happen. I honestly see him going to Baltimore. Don't ask me why, but I just see him in the purple and gold. But if we get him, I think we immediately become a top 7 defense in the league. I think we're already top 10, but we're going to be definitely moving closer to top 5. And plus, I'm sure a bunch of our players would take a pay cut to get him, to help Howie bring him over, because remember, him and Joe Douglas is a GM for the Jets right now. But before being with the Jets, he was also working alongside Harry Roseman with the Eagles. So they could help each other out, work something out, hopefully. But I don't see it happening, but if we get him, it'd be perfect for us. So, like, one, payback against Dallas, which I love seeing Cowboy fans getting pissed off. He'd be the centerpiece of our defense. I'm not throwing shade at Fletcher Cox. I just think he would be, because, like I said, he could play corner, safety, linebacker. Helps the team get younger. The only weak side is that Wentz lost probably his security blanket and chemistry with Ertz, but you also have to look at like the business side of it too, because it's a business. You can't really keep emotions there. That's why we got rid of Jason Peters. Yes, he's been with us for a while, but he's getting hurt and getting old. That's why we gotta let him go. That's why we drafted Andre Dillard. He has to start sometime. Speaking of like Jason Peters, um, thinking of like possible replacements for Brandon Brooks. Trey Thomas mentioned that Matt Pryor can become a beast, which I could see happening. But also thinking of like bringing Jason Peters back because one, he's been with us for a while. Not only that, there were potentially talks about him moving to guard anyway within the past couple of years because Audra Diller didn't want to do the move because he said it's like writing with your left hand. I don't blame the guy. Or, like, there's a couple options. We could sign Jason Peters. The lineman the Saints just cut, Warford, who's actually pretty good. We could possibly talk Kyle Long out of retirement, but I don't see that happening. Or we could just simply stick with Matt Pryor. Now it'd be nice to see Jason Peters back, sign a 1-year deal, retire for the season. You're already a Hall of Famer. So, that's what I see. I think we're either. I forgot to mention Joe Thunley, who plays for the Patriots. Apparently, there's a possible trade coming there. I don't know about that. We're gonna have to give up a lot for him, and this is only to fill in for Brandon Brooks this season. Because look, the odds of us trading Brandon Brooks away, slim to none. We just signed him to a top dollar deal. Now he's not getting paid more than Lane Johnson, but he's better than Lane Johnson in my opinion. But I think we should either stick with Matt Pryor. Either Matt Pryor, son Warford, or Jason Peters, or 1-year deal. I'm not trading for anybody for someone I'm going to use for a season. Because look, Brooks, he tore his Achilles, but he tore his other one this time. He came back pretty quick because usually Achilles injuries affect careers, and you're out for a long time. Kevin Durant, he hasn't played in a while. He hasn't played in a year after he ruptured his. But Brooks came back after 8 months after tearing his Achilles against the Saints in the first half of the playoff game, and he came right back for week 1. 8 months right there, perfectly fine, and he hasn't lost his edge either. So that I'm not for trading anybody. I'm not for trading to get someone to replace Brooks for the season. I'd rather sign someone or put my trust in Pryor. So there's that. The Jamal Adams situation. I don't think he's coming to Philly, but it'd be nice to have him. And if I have to give up Ertz, I'm going to do it. And there were rumors, or even though I don't believe them, but I could believe it somewhat. There were talks about a couple years ago when we first drafted Goddard, where Goddard may have possibly taken the starting job, which I could see happening because, like I said, he's a beast, and he's the only thing he doesn't have that Ertz has is like better hands and I guess route running clutchness. Other than that, he's faster, gets the yards after the catch. So yeah, that's my take on the Brandon Brooks and the Jamal Adams situation. Even though there's no situation with Adams, I thought it'd be something to talk about. I thought I'd give my take on it, even though none of you asked. Yeah, fuck you. So that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching. I'll keep you posted on sports stuff. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Bye.